Here's another term that needs to be properly defined because I keep getting into this argument on Twitter. Boom, boom. Publicly traded companies. Usually when it comes to defending the rights of greedy tech corporations like Google and Twitter and Facebook, you know, I usually make it about private property rights, that these companies exist to make money and they have every right to use their property as they see fit, so long as they're not defrauding anyone or hurting anyone. They have every right to decide who gets to be on their property. But then people often think they're clever and they say, oh, whoa, whoa, whoa. These companies, they're not private companies. They're publicly traded companies. Therefore, they're owned by the public. Therefore, we can regulate them and tell them what to do, and it's public property, essentially. I even heard Gavin McInnes mention this on a podcast. When talking about Twitter, he's like, these aren't private companies. They're publicly traded. That's not what that means. First off, aren't most things, if not everything, technically publicly traded? You know, you go to Starbucks, you have to go out into the public in order to trade your goods and services. Either someone has to go through the public to come to you to buy your stuff, or vice versa. But yeah, publicly traded just means that that shares are available to the public. I'm baffled that I have to explain this because so many people are either just stupid or dishonest, and I think it's the latter. Because I don't think Gavin McInnes is stupid. Publicly traded companies just means you can go and buy however many shares you want of a company that it's available for trade on the public. And once you own a piece of that company, it's yours or partly yours. I mean, obviously most publicly traded companies have millions and millions of shares. So even if you buy a lot of shares, even if you buy, say, like 10,000, 100,000 shares, you're only buying a fraction of the company. But it's your company and everyone else who owns it. The company belongs to the shareholders. It does not belong to the public. It's actually interesting if you read Yaron Brooks' book, In Pursuit of... I always forget the exact name of it. It's In Pursuit of Wealth or In Pursuit of Finance. The moral defense for finance. And they talk about the history, about how publicly traded companies came about. And I think it started in the 17th century, the 1600s, when boating companies, shipping companies in England could not afford to make voyages. And it was pretty risky because, you know, you might get attacked by pirates. Your ship might not make it because of a storm, whatever. Or you just might lose your goods. You might make it there, but your goods might go bad. A lot of stuff like that. Ugh. And so what these what shipping companies would do, or just people who own ships, is they would sell shares. They would sell pieces of their company to the public for finance. And if you owned a piece of the shipping company, then you got a small profit, you got a small dividend after the shipment made its way. And that's how the stock market started, because if a shipping company proved to be lucrative, then you would want to buy some shares of that company, because then it was a good investment. It was a means of raising capital so that you could get productive work done, like shipping in the 1700s, 1600s. So that's how the concept of a corporation started. Limited liability. You know, you buy a piece of a company, then you get a share of the profits. But if the company goes bankrupt, like in 17th century England, if the ship doesn't make its shipment, if it gets attacked by pirates or whatever, and you lose all your money, well, I mean, it was just, you're not like the sole owner, so what's the big deal? I mean, it sucks that you lost your money, but it's not like you're bankrupt. It's not like you're crushed financially.